Alright, it's time for Team Battle Gangplank. First thing I want to confess is Gangplank was a complete panic pick. So I didn't really intend to pick him, I just didn't know what to pick. I was stumped. I was actually stumped as to what to counter pick. Use as a counter pick. So Gangplank's a safe bet. There's still the little replay bug that makes the beginning all weird and wonky, so you gotta deal with that for a little while. Anyways, 21-9 masteries, nothing in utility. Attack speed percentage 14%, and 12 armor pen with runes, and then armor masteries magic resistance. I start off with parlay for the extra gold because the leash is gonna do all the work. I didn't need to E, so I get some bonus gold, killing these things. That's about it. And I get a leash. At blue, and level 2. It's Riven versus Vladimir. Okay, so Riven, I know they tend to be aggressive and you want to punish Vladimir, so I throw in, this is a gamble, if it doesn't work I'll be behind. So I suspect Riven will want to try to fight Vladimir, and it does exactly what I wanted her to do. Used her Q, to close the gap. And because of that, she dies. Gangplank has a lot of damage early on, especially with E and Q, so that's an easy gank. We got first blood. Ahri is considered food for junglers, and the fact that she's leaning towards top even though I just gank top means I can easily gank her. I use the movement speed boost, it uses E early so I can close the gap and not have to waste time with the animation. Alistar pops in just in time, to stop me from killing her. I flash out, to avoid being hurt by Ahri, but I know I can deal with Alistar. So I head back into the bush and, try to use my parlay to deal the majority of damage while kiting back and forth between the brush. He flashes over the wall and gets killed by Swain. So Swain has blue buff. We have an advantage, and we would have chased Ahri, but as you can see in the map, bottom lane is starting to go up to help her. So I tell him, yeah, we both agree. It's a bad idea. Back off. So I just go back to clear my jungle. Now this was also a gamble. Doran's blade plus longsword. I didn't build cloth armor or build towards Madrids. It was a gamble because I thought I'd be able to, deal more damage and kill people. However, the bottom lane has no ward either, so I'm going off to just try to gank, but my team responds really slowly, or pretty much not, just pretty much badly. I get some damage off on them, but this is where it's gonna go bad. I back off and my Caitlyn backs off too. Instead of going into the bushes and zoning them out, they decide to engage on me and I get killed. I lose out my red buff, Tristana gets it, and therefore it's a big, the early gamble with the longsword and Doran's blade did not work. So I go back bottom to see if I can do anything. They dive my teammates, and we kill nobody. They get off with just a sliver of health. So bottom lane is pretty bad, in a pretty rough shape right now, especially Tristana getting some kills, getting some items, of course, and having red buff. And I'm behind now due to this. Alistar is at 1 level over me, and Alistar stole my Blue Wraith, so that keeps me a little bit down. As you can see the map, Riven is diving my Vladimir, and my Vladimir does the smart thing of paying attention to his map. Instead of running towards his other turret, he runs her towards me. If she was any smart, she'd realize, oh, he's probably baiting me for something. But no, he didn't. So I got a kill, and this is setting me back on track. I told Swain that unfortunately I have to keep the blue buff again because I am behind. And I want to get to level 6 so I can start putting a lot of pressure with my ultimate. Bottom lane, check this out. The tri-lane, you can see their ward had just died. They have nothing. This means it's a perfect time to gank. And I have to yell at my teammates to, pay attention. We're ganking now. I use my ultimate to give me a line of sight in the bushes and just head straight for Leona. I eat my oranges as soon as I get struck by her stun, and we kill it. This is one step of returning the lane back to, balance. However, though, Janna gets the kill, and that's pretty disappointing. I'm building Madrids, with the intention of getting Wriggles and then Phage. This was a waste. I thought, Alistar's cooldowns were still down and I'd be able to, get to him and apply my slow twice, but unfortunately no. Vladimir, despite the early good start, is pretty much getting his ass kicked by Riven now. I used my ultimate at the tri-bush because Leona went to ward it, and Janna CC plus Gangplank plus Caitlyn should have been able to kill her. Caitlyn didn't respond in time, if at all. So back to farming I go. Okay, Wriggle's Lantern, and there's the Ruby for the Phage. They dive my teammates and they get killed. I show up in time so they stop die. They wouldn't dive down further. I get some extra gold. This should be going to my carry, but at this point I think it's it's up to me and the other two lanes, to pull our weight or can carry the team. This is why Gangplank is one of the safer picks, because he can carry. He can do, multitask. So, Alistar is in the top bush of mid lane, and Ahri is getting aggressive. I sat there just, in case they were going to jump my Swain. Leona and Tristana seem to be heading up mid as well, so, Swain knows better. Yeah, even if I'm there, we can't stop 4. So, nothing happened there. We kind of just had a little staring contest. I go towards mid. Swain is fighting the Ahri, and Leona gets caught in the bushes. I don't know if she doesn't see me pass or didn't pay much attention, but she's gonna get caught. I'm gonna just start cutting her to pieces. She's gonna try to avoid the Swain, and an ultimate catches both Ahri and Leona. Leona easily gets picked off under her bush. Under the tower. So this gives us the power to take mid lane, the mid tower, and it's gonna get us a dragon as well. So this gives us a bigger advantage, and despite Caitlyn being behind in farm, this sets her back in order. Whereas hopefully you're picking up some things with Gangplank. Like early ganking with him is a gamble, but it can be really effective. You just gotta actually know what you're doing. So Caitlyn is trying to farm, but people keep scaring her. So nonetheless, she can just get what she can. Building up my Frozen Mallet. No Warmogs. I need at least some form of damage and CC, because that's what we're gonna need. I'm gonna have to rely on Swain and Vlad to destroy people. I go towards top to see to help out because Alistar's hanging out there. But the way their Riven moved means that they had a ward near Baron and seen me coming. So they were thinking that they'd be able to jump me. So no, I back off. I shot Alistar in order to scare him off. And I used my ultimate at bottom because they're tower diving and getting frisky. It did enough damage and controlled them enough that my teammates were able to survive, and we got a kill off that. Alright, now, easily. There's 3 people were bottom, 1 is dead. Alistar was hurt. We can easily get this tower. Pick off some CC, go around. Oh look, Alistar just shows up. Swain catches him, and Alistar burns everything he's got to escape. This means they can't really put up a fight anymore, and we'll kill them even if they try. So this is a free tower for us. But I'm going to go farm the jungle and move around. Vladimir can get it by himself. I'm going to go do something else more productive. Like stealing stuff and pushing back mid. Haha. By the way, I am leveling E before Q, because that's kind of what you have to do, especially if you aren't going Philosopher's Stone that early and getting mana. Ahri gets caught. It's like, for all your dashes, you didn't use any of them, and she died. So, putting up chase, I'm trying to stick to Alistar. I got my Frozen Mallet. There's no escaping from me. Meanwhile, mid is killing Leona. Tristana's abandoning the fight. They're afraid of me. I flash to keep on Alistar. And, it's just enough for Swain to miss his W and then kill him anyways. So there. This is pretty much a done deal. And, the efforts of mid and the jungle were able to maintain this incredibly farmed Tristana from killing us by, destroying all the other lanes. Swain decides to turn around and destroy Ahri and fight Leona. He's going to die, but I'm going to be able to pick off Ahri, and this is what fun part. It's like, Leona, I know I'm low health, but I'm fucking Gangplank. I'm farmed, and I am fed. You are going to die for this. It's one of those things where some people would expect the weakened person to run away, but that's not the case. And some people got to realize, just because you're dying doesn't mean you can't turn around and kill a guy. I ult, they're getting dragon, I ult, and the Alistar's like, I gotta get this dragon, and he dies. So, yeah, another kill for Gangplank. Oh yeah, I just didn't slow down for that. I already, pop, like try to run away by going down there and got shot in the face. Popped the face. Yeah, it's okay. So Vlad is still fighting Riven, and Riven tries to escape to me, sees me, and tries to escape back, and I shoot him in the spine. Vladimir is dying and goes back to farming, and so, like, we were going to push top, but oh look, we found Leona and Tristana. We easily pick off Leona. I use my ultimate to deter Tristana from killing my Vladimir. That deal has enough CC and slow to, make some difference. Tristana actually saved Vladimir with her ultimate. Yeah, Vladimir got to pick off the kill, and they surrender. So, there's another win for Gangplank. Yarrrr.